We got this little mini incubator right here too. Incubating just a few eggs. I think it'll incubate 6. Let me see if these are ready to hatch yet. Let me check it. It's really hard to tell. Let's see. See if there's a chick inside of there. Just messing with you. Steamed duck eggs. Melinda's friend that's at the farmer's market gave her some duck eggs and we steamed them. Nice. Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. This is our incubator with that second batch of eggs. It likes 11 more days here before hatch. But look what we have in here. Look what we have. That is something in it. Well, let me tell you what happened here. Yeah, so when we were shooting the last video for you guys of this incubator and kindling those eggs right here, Melinda had a hen outside that's been setting a nest of eggs on her own, and she did not put her nest in a good place. She didn't want, definitely Melinda to mess with it or anything. This is a pretty ornery hen. She's not a Rhode Island Red like the rest that we have. She's a barred rock. And she had some eggs that got knocked off. Melinda tried to put them back. She didn't want them. She pushed them out. And Melinda had me to candle that egg. Definitely there was a chick inside. So she asked me, please put it in here. And I said, babe, I doubt it'd do anything because that egg was already good and cold. But to please the wife, I went ahead and put the egg in here. I set it on top of these newest eggs, just laid on top. I said, we'll check it for a couple of days, see what it does. But if not, I got to get it out of there because it could contaminate my other eggs. And we're watching TV just a bit ago, and I heard a cheeping sound. And that little joker hatched. Look at that. And so we ran out there to see if her eggs that she's setting have hatched. And they have not. So who knows? This might be the one end up being a survivor, and those might be the duds, because she wasn't on them on a proper nest, and she didn't want you to mess with them. Like I say, even what Melinda messed with, she rejected. There it is, right there, and that egg was completely cold when Melinda brought it to me. I would have never ever dreamed that this little chick would hatch. Also, I found out, as y'all see, how to check how much time's left on this. So when that timer flashed, it did change the date on this. It says day 4, but it's actually a complete day off. And that's because the electricity flashed and reset this thing right after I had started it. So it is off by 1 day. And I need to go ahead and manually stop this turner because of that. Because it's, alright, so that's egg turner. I unplugged it. So it stopped turning on now. And I've already started kicking the humidity up higher. I need to get up a little bit more still. And so it did lose its programming that day when the power flashed. I kept up with it here on the date that I set them, the date that I need to stop the turner, and the date that they're supposed to hatch. So I thought that I probably need to manually follow up on that, and I'm glad that I did. But they're still going well, and I'm just about bet within the next 2 days we should have a hatch here. That is absolutely a little miracle right there. And we were preparing our brooder. Melinda's outside, in fact, scrubbing it with bleach right now to make sure there's no disease or anything like that, bacteria. And I said, man, we don't have that brooder scrubbed down yet. That was a chore for today or tomorrow. And I ran out there and Melinda, getting it set up for Melinda to start cleaning it. And I looked out there inside our well house, and what do I see? I see our old incubator that I thought was thrown away. Thought that we destroyed this whole thing. And I'm kind of glad to see it because I need to get that chick out of there. But I swore that this thing was destroyed and gone. Now, I did have several of these at one point in time, but this is the last one. This is it. There's the tape where I would write dates and stuff on there. And I guess Melinda, I'm glad she did, went behind me and just grabbed that thing from where I was throwing it away and put it in a building. Smart move on her part. I was just angry when I threw it away because it was just such a pain. These things are horrible. Any of y'all have these? These are horrible. But I tell you what it would be good for right now. And that's a little brooder for that chick this morning. So plug it up. Yeah, light come on. I'm going to let this thing warm up. I'm going to get a thermometer in here and warm it up to a comfortable temperature for that chick. And get that chick from out inside in there. And I may bring the others as they first hatch and set them in here too. All right, got me a thermometer down inside of there. And it is warming up. As soon as it gets warm enough, I'm going to transfer that little chick in here. And within 2 days, it should have some compadres to hang out with. From its own little batch, its own little color that the rest are going to be. Y'all give us some suggestions to name this little chick.